Hey guys, it's Shane with Jelsmaoutdoors. Today I'm going to show you how to build a real spooler for around $5. Alright, so all these parts here can be found for around $5. We're going to go over to the saw. We're going to just cut a couple pieces off of this to give us some feet, and those feet are what's going to hold our square nut so the bottom doesn't slip. Alright, so we pretty much got the hard stuff out of the way. Now this is something that you could either glue. I chose to weld it because I have a welder, and I just put two little tack welds at the end of it. It's not really that too important that it's like super structural. We're just going to screw some boards down. All right, now we're going to use our drill. We don't have to be like exactly in the middle or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick a spot. And I'll show you why later, why I kind of did it off center. I'm going to go ahead and put my bolt through. So for one, now I got a little bit better leverage on this when I go to screw these. Alright, so with these two that you're going to put on here, you're going to want them to be as tight to this as possible. That'll keep your spindle from turning, and the reason we welded it is just so it doesn't come undone as we're unwinding this. So, of course, we're going to have some wood chunks on there, but this one we can go ahead, because I have just a kind of a long section here. We're going to go ahead and just put this one on. So we're going to put at least 2 washers on the bottom, but before we finish that, we're going to get a little bit of WD-40 or some grease. We're going to put some grease in between them. All right, in less time than it took to fall, I went and got an empty spool. I'm going to put an empty spool on the bottom as a spacer. And then I'm going to take my top one, and depending on whether it's a spinning reel or not that you're going to be filling is whether the direction that you're going to be using. Okay, so it's pretty simple. You just put it on this way, because as the spinning reel spins this direction, it's going to take and wrap it over. Put our washers on. I'm going to put 2 washers. Just a little bit in between those two. You don't need much. You really don't. Then you're going to put your spring and another washer. Alright, so I grabbed another wing nut as a jam nut, and I put a little spacer underneath this first wing nut. Now all you have to do is clamp it to a pretty steady surface and get ready to wind line on. So if you like this kind of stuff, you like some DIY, or you just like us watching us build things, go ahead and hit subscribe. The bell notification, just so you know when the next video is coming out. And like always, you guys, do it outdoors.